and welcome to FDTV. We are back again with another episode of our daily football show. I'm your host Ali, joined with my fellow co-host Sivad. Sivad, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Yet another video, yet another day. Let's get into it. And before we do, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel.
Welcome back to another episode on how to improve, where we take a football club and pinpoint the problematic areas on the pitch and offer transfer suggestions. So today's club is Real Madrid. Let's move to midfield. That's the place where things get a lot more interesting. Obviously, Modric, Kroos, and Casemiro is the holy trinity for Real Madrid, who have bought them four UCLs in the 5 years. You got Isco, you got Asensio, you got Fede Valverde, who I am a big fan of. Do you think Modric and Kroos can hold on together, considering Modric can fall off considering his age?
So, Kroos has officially retired from international football. We all kind of expected that with the way Germany's run was going. Now, Germany needs fresh blood, but if one player is retiring from international football, that typically means that he's going to be more focused towards his club career. Now, Kroos has at least a couple of more seasons in him. Modric, I believe, yet has another season in him at the top level. I thought he was done last season round, but the performances that he was able to put in after that really showed that he is one of those players that is, because his style of play doesn't really need you to be running that much. He runs the game through his passing range, through his vision, and that was really on display in the Euros. So I feel like Modric and Kroos are on the safe side, whereas Casemiro is a player which I have some doubts over. But what are your thoughts over Casemiro?
Yeah, obviously, I agree with you in some aspect that after Ronaldo left the club, in that season, Casemiro was a highlight. He obviously scored a brilliant goal against Juventus from 25 yards out in the Champions League final. That was a brilliant campaign for Casemiro and really put him on the map of football as one of the best defensive midfielders. But after that, I think his performances have went downhill. His interceptions numbers are not the same, and his commitment in the middle of the park is non-existent in the crucial stages for Real Madrid. Carlo Ancelotti might not be the manager who can make the ordinary players stick, but Ancelotti is the manager that if you give him a bunch of world-class players with huge egos, he can get the best out of them. And obviously, he was the man who won Real Madrid their Champions League in 2013 when Ramos scored that amazing header in the final minute. So Real Madrid are familiar, and Ancelotti is familiar with their style. Now, this is where Casemiro can flourish, in my opinion. Do you think that Real Madrid need to add another defensive midfielder like Kamavinga?
No, so Isco is obviously an attacking midfielder, and he's been linked with the move away. As of right now, he's not wanted at Real Madrid right now. So that's the thing that I feel like he's done. He's done and he's been done at Real Madrid for quite some time now. Whereas now, obviously, Valverde is an interesting shout. Now, I like him as a player. I think he has a very good upside. But again, it comes to the point that if your ambitions are to win the Champions League, and if your ambitions are to compete for La Liga titles, I don't think Valverde has what it takes to really push them over the edge. Because Casemiro, like you said it yourself, he was the player who had the knack for showing up when it mattered. And I don't think Valverde is at that level right now. Now, same goes for players like Kamavinga. Yet another great talent, but he's not yet proven. Now, when we were talking about Koundé and saying that he might not be able to fit into a Real Madrid team, Kamavinga coming in from France and what many consider to be a farmer league comes into one of the biggest, if not the biggest club in the world right now, and joining at the starting 11 spot, I feel like that's going to be a very difficult shout for. Do you think Kamavinga has what it takes to really fit into the starting 11 at Real Madrid?
There's no way that Ancelotti gives an 18-year-old the nod ahead the likes of Luka Modric, Valverde, Casemiro, and Kroos. So I think Modric slowly will phase out of the starting 11 eventually, and Kamavinga can slot in. That is where the experience can help him grow as a player, and there won't be any pressure for him to just slot into the first team and provide results. That's where it makes the scenario different as compared to Jules Koundé. That's why Kamavinga is a very interesting shout, and obviously he's French, and you know that French talents flourish at Real Madrid. Just look at the likes of Karim Benzema. That's why I think Kamavinga is a great shout. But I think you are right. I agree with your point that Luka Modric, considering his performances at the Euro, he can provide at least one more good season for Real Madrid to make them a title challengers next season as well. Thank you so much for watching another video of FDTV.
It's been great to have you joining us. Again, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Every single subscription helps.
It motivates to put out more football content on a daily basis. Until then, see you next time. FDTV out.